Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage of the 2022 New Zealand Disc Golf National Championships. This is the feature card Round 1 Back 9. My name is Chris Hoopmann.
And I'm Brady Kuech.
Again, massive thanks to our tournament sponsor Pack and Save Kilbirnie and coverage sponsor Eastern Sports Trust.
Eastern Suburbs Sports Trust.
Can't forget those suburbs. We're here with a feature card on fire.
On fire, yeah. So we had a bunch of guys coming in, 2 star frames on the front. Andy leading the way here with -5 after the front 9. Connor Mckinstry and Jay Watkinson are tied for third, coming in at 4. And then Willie's only 2 strokes back of the lead, coming in at -3 after 9 holes.
Yeah, really strong performance from all these guys through that eastern side of the course. Let's see what they can do through the western side, which plays a bit differently.
Yeah, it plays a little differently. Starting out here on hole 10, it is the island hole, par 3, 95 meters going downhill. Elevation drop of something about 12 meters. You can see all the little flags there and the rope that designates the island, the small planet hole, as it were.
I see what you did there.
Here's Kana. Kana is going with a Razor Claw 2 off the tee. So he is one of 2 birdies on hole 9 in this first round. Nice and wide by Kana. And makes the island. Nice shooting, Kana.
Andy throwing his Kia, which is a great option. Nice, reliable, overstable approach disc.
Nice and wide, downhill into the headwind.
Beautiful.
Nice and close. I can hear the feature card in the background. Like they're all cheering because that would have looked super close to an ace off the tee.
Low from Willie. Can it get a skip up?
Yeah, wants it to get up, and it does. So he'll skip to the basket. He should have 5 or 6 meters left. Probably closer. Here's Jay.
Throwing his drone. It's reliable, overstable mid-range.
Yeah.
This looks amazing.
Oh, yes, and the counter skip.
So good.
Bullseye.
And we get another flamingo replay.
Yeah, look at that follow flight, keeping it nice and wide with the drone. Gets the little counter skip on the top of the hill.
Lovely.
Absolutely parked.
Is that 2 replays now just for Jay?
Yeah.
Throwing the drone?
Hey. Well, I mean, he gets 3 extra minutes, if he parks properly.
Great birdie from Connor. Huge.
Who needs to park it? Give me another replay.
Boom.
Heart of the chains never miss. Look at that. He's already leaning down, picking up the mini before he's done. He's like, yeah, I do this all day. All day. Nice shooting, champ. Yeah, here's Willie. Little bit of a tester, but it should be just fine. Sitting about 5 meter mark.
Easy as.
Bang, on the pole.
Are we going to start off this back 9 the same as we did the front 9?
Oh, no way.
Ooh.
Oh,
nice.
come on, Andy.
It'd be nice to see.
That's 2. Andy, make it 3.
There it is.
Cha-ching.
So what's that? 3 star frames now, with Jay making this birdie putt. And I would have to say, I mean, I don't have the stats on hand, but that's got to be a flex line first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's not too many rounds that you see with so many star frames, which is awesome. As we head into hole 11, par 4, 116 meters. Basically just keep it up the center and then approach into this protected green.
Yeah, this is one of those that distance and accuracy is actually super crucial off the tee. So you want to get as far down the fairway as you can, keep it to the right, kind of playing over where the short tee lies. So then, yeah, you have the easy hyzer into the basket.
This is Connor's Enigma. Lovely straight distance driver.
Yeah, he's a big... Whoa! Gets the catch cam to turn around. That's how you want it.
Me out.
That's going to be roughly 125, 130 meters. That's pretty much all you can want on this hole.
Kahoo from Andy with the world's longest run-up, giving James Conrad a run for his money.
Looks high.
Yeah, a bit too high. That's going to fade out early. Enough power that he's got a decent chunk of the fairway, though.
Yep. But the wind looked like it helped. That drops straight down. Normally you can get a skip left, which is kind of makes for a difficult upshot, but he landed nice and center, so he should be okay.
Oh, this could... I was going to say that could be left for Willie, but it's turned and probably landed shorter than he would like. Didn't flex out.
Yeah, but he's right near that short tee, so it should play just fine. It'll give him like an 80, 90 meter approach.
This is Jay's Wraith. Beautiful rip. Full shape out of it. That's exactly where you want to be.
Full S. That's perfect.
Yeah.
For not having played the course, Jay's doing really well. Said he does a lot of homework, too. He was watching a lot of footage from last year.
So there you go, guys. If you're playing a tournament in the future on one of the courses that's had coverage already, make sure you go and watch it.
Yeah, let's see if he did his homework of, like, playing the low ceiling approach.
I think so.
Money.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would you rather watch like an amazing drive off the tee or just like the perfect upshot? What gets you more excited?
I'd have to go the upshot. It's just like, for me, it's honestly a big putt. Like, I love, putting is my favorite part about disc golf. Speaking of big putts, here's Willie. Come on.
Oh, low.
Yeah, right on line, just a little bit low. So yeah, catching a big putt. So yeah, like watching it come in, especially on these hills, like that nice, soft, like little approach and like nestle up. You can see there's that little like bullseye ring as Barrenport gets more popular here. And so you'll see some wear and tear on the course. Andy with a beautiful birdie. Starts 2 for 2 on the back nine.
Just like he did the front.
How about you, Chris? Are you more of a big drive guy or that nice approach?
I think I love watching a technical approach.
Yeah?
That just nestles out to the basket and just, yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Jay picked the right thing. They're all thanking each other.
Yeah,
like they know how hard it is.
Look at the scorecard now, because it was all green. Now we've got a par. But that was a really good start for this feature card.
Yeah, not bad. Good shooting. Here we go. My favorite hole in the course, the Pine Cone Pocket, hole 12. Par 3, 67 meters. And as you can see, probably the trickiest green on the course.
Yeah, this one has a lot of rollaway potential. You can hit limbs, you can just hit the ground and roll away. It's quite tricky.
Yeah, super tricky. Connor's going with an MD3, one of those new Italian blends, going straight at the basket.
Get left, miss those trees. It does. Oh, it gets a kick. And it's down the hill. Actually, not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, second tree saved him from going out into that golf fairway.
A Ruru from Andy.
Andy taking a putter. It's a good play.
Doesn't flip up as much as he would probably want. He's going to be on the left side.
Nah, too much hyzer.
Yeah, doesn't even really enter the green, so he'll be out in that open area.
Yeah, but he's only 7 to 8 meters. Like, it's really good. If your putt is up, you can hit it, but it's total death putt. If you miss it, you're down the bottom of the hill.
This is on a rope. Just fades at the end of its flight. He'll be up there with Andy.
Yeah, kind of classic. It was a buzz out of Jay, so, like that straight, just let it fade out to the left of the basket.
Well, he's throwing an MD3. I'm surprised surprised some of these were mid-ranges at only 67 meters.
I moved, this year you'll notice I moved the tee back a little bit.
Right.
And so it makes it a little bit harder. So a lot of people were throwing putters last year, but with that little bit extra distance, people are kind of like disking up into a mid.
Willie not getting through that tiny window. It was a pretty low percentage. Maybe could have gone the forehand. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, and that's it. I told you this was a tricky green, so it's one of those, if you can make it on, you get the rollaways, but it's also very protected. So those trees on that, I flipped up and almost caught edge, and I'm like, don't do it. We saw one in the front. Kana is no stranger to rollaways. Let's see if he can vert. So he'll be just outside the circle low.
Got a tree right behind him. Just can't get that push to get up the hill.
Pop up the hill.
No pop. So this hole actually did play the hardest for this round in the NPO field at 0.36 over par.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, there's Jay wanting nothing to do with that death putt. Andy looks like he's hungry, though. He's got birdie on the mind.
He's got birdie in the hand, putting with twoies. Oh, sit.
Oh. But not a birdie on the course. Yeah, that gets nervous when you see it kind of twirl there a little bit.
Really unlucky, though. It got a good chunk of chain.
But that's only in 12 holes? That's only the second bogey that we've seen there with Willie tapping in. So, we're still doing pretty well through 12 holes. Where Andy's at -7, Con at -6, Jay at -6, Willie a little bit out the back at -3, but we're still playing well through 12 holes.
Hole 13, par 3, 76 meters. Out the gap here, players will be looking to put something wide to the left-hand side and let it filter down the hillside towards this basket. There's the creek that you need to be a little careful of, but, if you're close inside the circle, it's a pretty straightforward putt. You just don't want to hit this tree on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you really, as long as you're wide, like if you can make the gap and above the gorse out the tee, you should be like one of the easiest holes on the course, I'd reckon.
As you see there, kind of going super wide. And yeah, that'll work.
Yep, downhill, circle's edge, circle 2. Could be tricky, but he's been putting well so far.
Yeah, this is one of those holes that you can honestly just throw straight out the gap, as we see Andy just park it. Are we going to get a follow flight?
Flamingo!
Ooh, there it is.
Thank you, Flamingo Scooters, for providing this replay. I'm loving the follow flights this year. Absolutely parked. Give him an extra 3 minutes, Flamingo, on his scooting around the city. Great shot by Andy.
How pure is that line, though? As I was saying, you can go for that that line, keep it wide and have it filter down, or you can even just throw it straight down the hill, and you'll probably be edge of circle. Yeah. So it's actually not too difficult.
Nah, yeah, Jay throws a little wider and a little higher, but yeah, he's just fine. That'll be a 6-meter putt downhill. Should be no problem for Jay.
And Willie throwing his blue Cortade.
Yeah, he's been leaning on that overstable, nice and low this time.
Might skip up and no, okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you throw it too low, even though you're throwing downhill, it pushes you long out the back,
and so you get into these roots and trees and stuff.
Yeah, so just watch the follow flight, follow that vapor trail, and you'll end up parked. Can Willie convert from the knee?
Yeah, we've seen some good putts from this position in the past.
So far, so good.
Oh,
money!
Yes. What a comeback from the bogey.
Yes!
Another Flamingo replay.
Dude, the putting on this hole is absolutely incredible. Like, that's a lot more difficult shot. Like, him being on a knee with the hill behind. If he misses, he's instantly going to roll the circle's edge. Mm-hmm. Great putt, Willie.
It's kind of one of those ones that you just look at and you're like, I can make this because if I don't, I'm going to hate myself.
Yeah. You don't think about missing.
No.
In those putts,
it's like, just like
you
tunnel
make
vision.
It. Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of, hi-oh. Great putt, Connor. He's feeling it.
After Connor nails it, I don't want to say it, but is this going to be our 4th star frame?
Are we about to set another flex line record?
Well,
Are we pushing
the
bar?
sky's the limit from now. We can only get better.
Clearly. Jay taps in. That's 3 for 3. And I would argue that Mr. Follow Flight himself, Andy Davey here.
Oh, he's already shaking it.
Oh.
Jay counted it before it was putted.
Classic. Love it, Jay. Let's move into the woods. Let's go to hole 14, par 3, 65 meters. 2 absolutely tight fairways, one on the left for the forehand, one on the right for a backhand. If you can lace either one of those fairways and slide up, you should be looking at a pretty easy birdie. But if you hit early, this is Scramble City.
Yeah, this hole actually playing straight on par for the MPO division.
I like the thinking. So that was a hammer out of Kana.
Yeah.
Here's Andy. Oh, that's what I said. You don't want to hit early. That first available on the left is jail. He kicked left. It's a little more open on the left side, but it's still going to be a tricky upshot.
Jay throwing a firebird.
So touchy.
Oh, sorry. Star T-bird on this one, which worked well.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolled up nicely.
Yeah, it should be just fine. So he circles edge left, pin high. That's really what you want. That'll be a birdie look for him.
And this is a logic from Willie. A putter.
Oh, that was outside right. That's the worst place to be for scramble. So you can see it's nice and open now for Andy. So he can do a little kind of like jump putt to the circle.
Which he does, but it's right into another tree.
Yeah, that's 2 trees for Andy. Let's count birdies, not trees, shall we?
I much prefer birdies.
Ooh, that was a nice one by Willie.
Great out. That's going to be a great par look.
Okay. Chains this time, Andy. No trees. Chains.
Oh, gave it a good run.
Yeah, it's a good bid.
Now. Yeah.
No, but that's just fine. That should be an easy tap in for Andy.
Oh, what's Connor doing out here?
Huh?
He must have got a kick right from his hammer.
And it looks like he's got an open look too.
Oh. Little turnover putt.
That'll play. Settles in at the basket.
Big straddle out for Jay.
I don't think Jay's used to straddling this much in Jelly Park in Christchurch.
Oh,
just short. Oh, thankfully enough, it hit the tree. I've seen you can hit that tree and roll. There's a as you can see, it's kind of a death putt behind the basket. You can roll down that hill. So him catching that tree is nice.
Oh, guys, our feature card getting humbled by hole 14. Which, to be fair, if it's going to be any hole, it's probably going to be 14.
This hole is the equalizer. You thought the wind and the hills were going to be what gets you on the course, but clearly this feature card is showing it's actually the woods. Yeah, there's that little bit of red, the bogey for Kana. And yeah, hopefully Andy can settle here and tap this in. This will also be a bogey for Andy. Kind of puts the blemish. I wouldn't necessarily say it opens the door. He's pretty comfy. He's one shot out in front of Jay at the moment. But he also was tied there with Jasper from Christchurch.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see like the chase cards and the other cards coming in this first round. Someone could be playing hot. So yeah, 2 pars, 2 bogeys. Woods kind of chewing up this feature card.
Yeah, not indicative of the field average for that hole as we head into 15, par 5, 235 meters. It's the hill. It's a bit of a grind. Players are going to want to make it as far up this first hill as they can to open up the approach, or just to butt off as far as they can on the fairway. And then the approach itself on the basket's on a hill. So another chance for rollaways, which is pretty much the story on most holes here at Berempore.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted me to cut this hole in half or to change it, and they say, oh, it's too long, it's too daunting. I would argue that it's a true par 5 for one, but it's also super fair. So you see Jay, he didn't quite read the hill and the wind right, so he hyzered out there into the left, into the trees.
Yeah, that was his Halo Wraith, so that one might be a bit overstable for him.
Could have been. A lot of players, too, for the tournament were complaining about the tee was a little bit short, and they were kind of backing up in the flat, so that might have got him, too. What you can't tell, too, is you could throw 130 meters, but because you're throwing up the hill, it's only going to travel like 90.
Yeah.
Kana, on the other hand, gets it perfect. Nice full flex out of that Enigma. It settles perfectly in the middle of the fairway.
Man, I hate it when I throw 130 meters, but it only goes 90.
Yeah, it's the worst thing.
Well, yeah, what the heck?
Speaking of 130 meters of power, here's Andy Davey.
Playing with that right side, but stays out of it and comes up beautiful. It's great to be on that high side.
Yeah, that's a little local knowledge there. So Andy hanging out on the right side, which is a flatter run-up for the second shot.
As you can see here, Jay not only dealing with an uphill run-up, but those pine needles.
Oh, yeah, this is such a gnarly landing zone for him. Let's see if he can make it over the hill. If he can make it over the hill, he should have a chance for birdie.
So he swapped to his destroyers now. Oh, where are we?
What? Who?
There we go.
What?
So,
how'd that make it over the hill?
Yeah, it was literally within 10 centimeters of the hill. Yikes. It was insane.
I mean, I thought the grass was mowed nice and fresh. Apparently, Jay said, nah, it needs to be a little closer.
This is all right from Willie. It's going to hyzer down into that little gully.
Settle.
I mean, that's okay.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in the trees, it gives you an approach.
Yeah.
It's just tricky because, you can see that big gap. There's a lot of wind that can come through right on the gorse, right by the pin. So it can be a trickier approach than you think it is.
Sideways run up from Connor, making his stance a little bit easier, but he's also going to filter down into that little gully.
Yeah,
that's fine.
He should be just fine. I suspect he'll be busting out that Razor Claw 2 of his to look for an easy upshot.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Andy. Andy's one of the few players who's been able to eagle this hole. Let's see if he gives himself a look.
Oh, no. That's left.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was too much hyzer out the hand.
And he might be well and truly in that gap. Yeah, that's...
But he being a local, he should know, like, if you take an overstable fairway, you can kind of skip it into the green. This was super lucky second shot for Jay. He's absolutely wide open on his third to make the up and down.
Oh, slips.
Yeah, I hope his ankle's okay. That was not looking too hot. Yeah, he's pulled it to the right. Yeah. He's going to be sitting just outside circle high. That's going to be a tricky putt coming down the hill.
I'm not sure if it would even be a putt if I was in his shoes.
His putting's been good. He may give it a look. Absolutely parked, Kana.
Perfect approach.
Yeah, great play. That's what you want. Like if you can have like a putter approach on your third to make it an easy birdie. Let's see if Andy can play the skip shot around the corner.
He's pretty pinched off. Oh.
There's
he does. Uses the fairway to full advantage, and he circles edge to the right of the basket.
Yeah, pin high. He can make those.
Yeah, at least it's cross hill. So there's not much elevation.
Nah, should be nice and flat. Probably a tactic out of Willie. Again, that overstable putter.
That's okay.
Leaves it a little short. He's going to give him a tester he probably doesn't want.
He's kind of on that flatter section of the green, though. There used to be a stump there, right? Just in front of the basket?
There was a little berm. They took it out. They've been wanting to do it for a while, and so we gave them incentive by putting the basket there. No way.
What?
No way. What an absolute dime.
Unreal.
Barely over the rim. Ding! Right on the post. He knew it. Fist pump. He's excited. That is an absolutely great.
Kelly, his dad and caddy for the weekend, loves to see it as well. So awesome to have Kelly there. And he is such a supportive dad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure a lot of the funding to get up came from Dad's pocket. So thank you, Kelly, for letting Jay away for the weekend, as it were.
Oh, what a catch.
Booyah, 2 for 2. That's 2 birdies so far. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Are we going to do it again?
Whoa, what's Willie up to? Is this for 4? Yes.
I think so. I think this is a birdie. Look, come on.
Oh.
That's 3 squares of green, Chris. Is this 5?
I think this might be... I mean, I don't want to shake the
Don't
chains
jinx
too early.
No commentate. We don't need to be Jay Watkinson. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5, 5-star frames on this feature card. We are playing hot. Let's take us up to the top of the western side of the course. Let's go to hole 16, the wind line. Par 4, 172 meters. As you can see, the winds are blowing here in this whole preview. There's quite a lot of elevation drop. So with this southerly as it was playing in this first round, you're going to have a tailwind off the tee. So a lot of players will misjudge it and go far down into the junk, into the rough on the left. Hopefully these players can stay straight down the middle and giving themselves an easy up and down on the right-hand side of this fairway.
That was a star race from Jay.
Straight down the fairway, but hyzered into the trees. That could be a tricky approach.
There are so many trees down the center of this fairway, and if you're right underneath them, it can really pinch off your approach. Willie throwing a kahoo. And that went straight into the reeds.
Oh, no. Well, yeah,
Bit
I'm like,
low.
I can't see it. Yeah, that was super low. That could be will be a tricky approach for Willie a lot longer than he wants. Kind of wants to bite off absolutely as much as he can, crushing an Enigma down here on the right-hand side.
Will it get a skip into the left side fairway? No, catches a tree.
Uh-oh. He's got the same look that Jay does.
I think just one tree further down. This is a kahoo from Andy with that swagger approach just to his run-up. It's so cool.
Yeah, leaning that shoulder in, getting absolutely as much power as he can.
Can it skip off the road? Oh, I think we've gone 3 from 3.
Yeah, that's like 3 for 3 on like tree 9. It's like, oh, you want to be in the fairway on the left? Poof. Nope.
Yeah, you can see here Willie.
Who probably honestly has the most open approach of all the players right now. Ding, probably a Kotuku, so I'm going to guess it's an overstable mid out of Willie. Hanging it nice and wide in the tailwind.
Oh, that's super long.
Holy smoked.
He's gone like...
That's like 30 long?
Yeah, 25 long. Under a tree.
Willie, I know your look was open, but like settle down, brother. Here's Jay. So he's got an awkward like jump putt, I guess, here out to the right.
Oh, that's not probably what he wanted.
Nah, he had that straddle for the putt there on hole 14. But yeah, it doesn't look like that approach is helping him any.
Little stretch out for Connor going down the left-hand side.
Patent pending.
Oh, turns it too much, grabs a tree, kicks out to the left. I don't think it reached that rough.
No, but it's definitely not the birdie look that he wants. Oh, Andy. That was a routine up and down, catching that last tree. He's going to be dropped and looking at a like downhill circle's edge putt. Yeah, Connor in the tailwind, playing smart, just laying up. Here's Willie with his awkward stance throwing long.
Yeah, our entire feature card here just getting involved with the trees.
Yeah, it looks like a Kia on the approach settle.
That's great.
Yeah, that'll be just fine. So it looks like no harm, no foul for Willie.
Let's see if Jay can...
Oh, can he go back to back?
Well, we're going... Yeah, this is for birdie. Off the knee. He gets it.
Back-to-back birdies. Wind keeping him honest. Seems like it wasn't harming him at all.
Yeah. This is outside circle, right? Because he does...
No,
he
he's
puts
right
the
on
hand down
circle.
sideways.
Yep, keeps
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Goes
That's great.
sideways.
That's all
Doesn't
good.
go in front. High right catch, so it's really good. He
Yeah.
was probably going to be the bottom of the hill if he
Yeah.
missed. Great birdie by Jay.
That was fantastic.
Looks like that putting practice is paying off.
Yeah, and he's just snuck up to 9 under for the round.
Uh-oh, taking the
Huge.
lead. Here's Andy to match.
Low. That didn't have any height. That
No,
was just
not
going down
really.
out of the hand.
He might have expected a little bit of that like tailwind push. Didn't quite get it. Here's Willie with a routine tap in.
Yeah.
Good par by Willie. Like nice and open. It may have been short off the tee, but yeah, a lot of these holes are pretty fair. Like if
Yeah.
the wind's keeping players honest, but it's definitely not hurting them too much so far.
Yep, these guys tapping in their pars. Willie's on 5 under, Connor's on 7 under, and Andy's on 8 under.
Yeah.
As we head into hole 17, par 3, 124 meters. This one, you're going to want to go left of these trees and then turn it back into the very, very protected green. Lot of potential for wind to play a factor on this one. Players will either go for a really long powered forehand or just a touchy turnover and try and make it not heiser back out into the fairway.
Yeah, in the calm conditions last year, I was expecting a lot more players to score. This year, like it was playing as the actual second hardest hole on the course. So it's still playing super difficult. We joke that this is a 1,000 rated par 3. So Jay taking that backhand line, but it looks like he's going to fade out to the left side of that fairway.
Now, in my notes here, it says that he threw an envy. So,
A putter.
A putter.
120 meters. What are you drinking in Christchurch, and can I have some?
That's mental. Got something a little bit more sensible out of Willie, a destroyer.
Yeah, that's good. Throwing that forehand nice and wide. I like this as a power forehand hole.
Where's it going to go, though? Because it's caught an edge.
Oh, baby.
Ah.
Maybe he wanted to throw a putter and he wouldn't have gotten the roll away? Yeah, an absolute smash out of Willie. Just an unfortunate roll, taking him to the bottom of the fairway.
Connor's throwing an FD on the backhand. Just needs to get around the trees, which it doesn't, and it's going to fall into the path.
Oh, but it does come down. I hear a lot of players are kind of playing the backstop, let's let it hit trees and drop,
okay.
but I'm like, these are
Wow.
pine trees, they don't drop.
And a pecker from Andy, which looks like he's thrown the fastest roller I've ever seen, and it's gone. It's like, I'm going into town, guys.
Yeah. He looks like he's landed on the short tee of hole 18, so that's going to be a super tricky upshot coming up through the woods.
Yeah, probably just put a bit too much power.
Yeah, Connor's where you want to be.
Well, yeah.
What?
Gets a great
Did he catch
break.
a tree?
Yeah, he's caught a tree just on the left there.
Okay.
Pretty fortunate, to be honest, because that had a lot of heat on it.
Yeah, that should be an easy 3 for him, thankfully. But yeah, as you can see, we can't even see Andy on the approach. So he's got to somehow find a line. And I would
Yeah.
argue that a disc probably doesn't fit in where the camera is looking at him. Looks like it's a peck in his hand, so he's playing flippy.
Oh.
Too flippy, so he's bounced halfway up the hill.
Yeah, not happy.
Nope, looks like we're going back out into the fairway. Here's Willie on his upshot. This is going to be tricky, so he's throwing uphill into the southerly, so it's going to push the disc way left.
Which is kind of what you want, to be honest. Oh, that's a super unlucky kick.
Yeah, Willie's not having too, not getting that hometown roll here on 17. Still should give him a look at par, but probably a lot farther away than he wanted.
Another envy approach for Jay. Soft touch. Ooh, curling up behind that tree.
Yeah, that little spider guardian tree can catch you a couple times. Yeah, so you'll see there. Here's Andy.
Just needs to find some touch here. Oh my goodness.
Had the touch, but absolutely rejected by that spider tree. It's like, get away.
Caught it and just rebounded it. It was just like boing. This is a big putt. He's got to make this to save bogey, right?
Yeah, that'll be a bogey putt.
Oh.
Just leaks right.
Andy, this is going to
Yeah, he was sitting 8 under, 1 off the pace.
This is going to take him down
That'll drop
to
him back to 6.
6?
Yeah.
If he makes this putt, which sucks. Because he's been so hot through this round. Willie making a great pass save.
Absolute money. Willie's been playing real solid.
Yeah.
Not hot, but not cold. 5 under par, at this stage is pretty good.
Yep.
Here's Andy, pressure putt.
Still not a gimme from here. This is probably 6-7 meters out. Oh, and makes it off the rim. Man, every single throw for Andy on that hole was pretty tough, so it's good to see him get that putt.
Yeah, like he definitely earned that one. You can see him kind of hanging his head, and I can understand like losing 2 strokes going into the last hole is tough. Great break by Kana. Let's see if he can capitalize.
Yes.
Dude, those Rainmakers, he's throwing those new like Rainmakers that just came out from Discmania. They are throwing a treat. Or it could be P2s. Here's Jay with an easy straddle.
He's found a lot more of those straddle opportunities on this back 9, which is going to, be good for the practice. As we head into our final hole, hole 18, 206 meters, par 4, directly downhill from, is this the highest point of the course?
No, hole 16 is a little bit higher.
Almost the highest point of the course.
But it's one of the biggest elevation drops with 24 meters from tee to green.
Yeah, there's the OB green on the left as you head down. And what was the wind direction playing today? Slight tailwind?
No, it's going to be a slight headwind from the southerly. So he's throwing straight. So yeah, you can see it on the golf flag there. So Jace turned it over.
Which is interesting because this is the wraith that he's been not turning over enough. But I guess this is the headwind difference.
Headwind, but also throwing downhill. Yeah. So he's been throwing uphill on all the previous throws.
Destroyer out of Willie, which
looks flipped.
Nice and central.
Sit.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, nestles in. So there's that short green that you can see. So he should have like a nice, probably 85-meter approach.
Kind of throwing a PD2.
Nice and overstable. Hangs it out wide.
Too overstable, though. Looks
like it. Sit.
There is rough on the left here, which he has trickled into.
Uh-oh.
Looks clear enough.
Yeah, but if we remember on the front 9, he had that great save on hole 4 up the hill. Yeah. So hopefully he can pull out another one of those.
And a Kahoo from Andy. This is what everyone has come to see.
Andy wants eagle. You can see that little bit of gallery behind 18. It's one of the best parts of the course. Andy, unfortunately, just turns it over into the headwind.
Touch too much Anheuser and getting an uphill roll.
Uphill roll? Yeah, it's been rolling downhill for the rest of the 18
managed
holes.
To defy physics on that one. Wow, super touchy from Jay.
Oh, money.
That was incredible. That was his Halo Destroyer.
Inside the circle, what a great shot. You can hear the gallery in the background clapping. They know what he just did.
Been noticing a theme from Jay. He's often out of position with his Wraith off the tee, but then throws the Destroyer and is in the best position. So
maybe you should just go Destroyer and be fine. Andy recovers just fine. That'll put him inside the circle for his birdie look. Willie's this is an absolute money shot. Mm-hmm. Break the hole in half, then throw a nice, easy forehand approach. Come on.
That's great. Yep.
There you go.
Just drawing it up nicely.
Okay, Kana. Here we go, champ. Everyone else is inside the circle. Easy birdie look.
Just has to get it over the green. Oh,
it's that razor claw again. Looks like it was too stable this time.
Bit short, gets a flare skip, and that's a long putt.
Puts him outside circle.
Oh, easy. Yeah, 15, maybe 20.
But, I mean, it is runnable. He is pin high, nice and level with the basket.
And there's a backstop.
Yeah.
Drop.
Oh, no way. No way. He knows it. Oh, man. Give me that replay.
Putting a show on for the gallery.
Yep.
Oh, nice amount of wobble just to keep it stable.
Yeah, right on the pole. And he knows it. He's already bending down to grab that mini, waves at the crowd. It's kind of small on this first day, but I bet you that gallery is going to build for the next 2 rounds.
Great putt to finish Connor's round. He'll be at -8 for his first round, which is a great result.
Yeah, absolutely solid performance out of Connor in round 1.
Let's see if Andy can get a birdie to finish his first round.
Oh, no. Oh, Andy probably still got hole 17 in his head. Yeah, just lost that little bit of focus.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's had a good run. I mean, hey, 6 under is nothing to be sneezed at.
Nah, but he's got high expectations. Yeah. He knows what he shot last year. He knows if he wants to defend that Middle Earth title here at Nationals, he's got to do better than these, hole 17 and 18. What do we think? Can Jay get to 10?
That'd be good to see.
Especially, battling an injury, apparently.
He's been putting well. It's his time to strike. There it is. Never in doubt.
Yeah, he's looking really comfortable. It's great to see. That is 10 under par.
Such an incredible round for Jay. It was awesome to see him perform so strongly at his first round, almost going clean for the entire round, just that bogey on hole 9. Great start to
definitely
Nationals.
Nothing to sneeze at. Like, coming up, his first Nationals, first time at Berhampore, like, he's really showing that he's here to play.
And I'm not sure if we mentioned it off the top, but he's been playing for under a year.
Under a year. That is insane.
So,
Willie, the veteran, coming in at -6, you know, like Andy here, defending champ, coming in at -6. You know, like both of them, both solid rounds, but I mean, Jay,
yeah,
10 under, man.
Natural born disc golfer.
Apparently. Yeah, let's go back to this. That was his flamingo. We play up on 16. He's leaning with it. He's like, get in. What an absolute show by this feature card.
Here is our round 1 results for MPO. It's a two-way tie at the top. Double J, Jackson Sullivan and Jay Watkinson on 10 under par for the round. And then in tied third, we see Simon Feasy, Connor Mckinstry and Jasper Vandermeer in 8 under par.
Yeah, what a great battle that we got brewing here. We got 2 strokes out to lead between 10 under and 8 under, you know, like, and then look at that, 7 under, 6 under, 6 under, 5. Like, this is going to be such a battle all week.
Yeah, some real hot scores coming in. It's going to be exciting to see how everyone performs over the weekend. We've had a blast in this first round. We look forward to seeing you for round 2 coming up soon.
Yep, see you then.